Hey guys, it's Abby, and a bit about me is that I am visually impaired. I was born visually impaired and I go to a public school. I have a lot of support people. I have a video about that, thanking them. So again, thank you to my support people. So I'm really thankful for those support people, and my teachers are really supportive too. So a huge thank you to all my support people and teachers. Today I'm going to be talking about my assistive devices. First, I'm going to be talking about my cane and my Perkins Braille, but before I launch into that, I want to explain what assistive devices are. So assistive devices are things that help me do what sighted people can do. So, for example, my cane. I started using that in about kindergarten, I think. It helps me navigate around, like it helps me walk. I can walk on my own without it, but it helps me like not bump into things, because that would be bad if I kept bumping into things wherever I was walking. So I really like the cane. And one helpful thing about it is that it has a rolling tip. We call it the ball tip. There's also a marshmallow tip on it. I used to have a marshmallow tip, but I switched over to the rolly one because that one's easier to sweep it with. So, and also I got my Perkins Braille also in kindergarten. I really like that too. It helped me learn my Braille skills. I did a video on Braille, so the link's going to be in the description of the video, so make sure you go check that out. Because it'll just teach you the basics of Braille. Anyway, my Brailler does that, and it taught me like Braille, and it helped me with like where I needed to put my fingers for Braille. It helped me learn Braille. It helped me learn the Braille cells and where I needed to put my fingers. It helped my stamina and my, finger strength. It helped that. So I really like the Brailler too. I think that's a pretty good assistive device too. But then in grade 3, I graduated to the BrailleNote Touch, which is a Humanware product. I actually have it right here beside me, so I'm going to show you guys. So, guys, this is the BrailleNote Touch. I got this in grade 3. As I said before, I got this in grade 3. It's a Humanware product. It's really useful, and I really like this BrailleNote Touch because it is very accessible, and the two apps I like the most about it, like the two things I like the most about it, are the key mail and keyword features. Those are pretty awesome features. On key mail, you can send emails, so I've been sending emails back and forth to my friends and family. I also did a video about that, so I'm going to put a link to that video too. So, make sure you guys go check that out. I did. So, BrailleNote Touch, you can send emails on it, and keyword is for writing. So, you can write a journal entry or a story, whatever you want to write. Just put it in keyword, then you can emboss it. I'll get to that later in the video. So a little bit about the BrailleNote Touch. We have our logo here. It says Humanware. There's a little pouch. Just makes a bit of a loud noise. Sorry about that, guys. It just makes a loud noise. Because it's Velcro. I have my earbuds in here. They might be a bit messy. I have my earbuds in here. Because there's earbuds that come with it. I gotta show this back in. So yeah, I call it the secret pouch because when I first got it, I didn't know it was there. I mean, my dad pointed it out to me that there was earbuds. So that's pretty cool, kind of a secret pouchy thing. Anyway, you've got these little handle things that you can attach a strap to, so you can carry it like a purse. It kind of looks like a purse when you carry it with the straps. So yeah, we got this handy dandy little cover here. It has magnetic flaps. Hold on, I just need to open up the flaps. It has magnetic flaps. As you can see here, it just has magnetic flaps. It doesn't actually come off completely, which kind of sucks because there's a camera mode on it, and I really can't use that with the cover. Anyway, let me just flip this around so you guys can see it. So we got our keypad 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, dot 7 and 8, which are enter and backspace dot 7 and 8. You have your typical space bar, your long computerish. It feels like a computer space bar. That's the only way to describe it. It feels like a computer space bar. And you got your cursor routing buttons. This is a 32 cell BrailleNote Touch. I think you can only get it in 32 cells. You have your little buttons here, a triangle, circle, a square. Again, that is in another video. I don't know if we can add 3 links, but we'll try to. There's also going to be a link to that video because it's an introduction to the BrailleNote Touch, and I explained a bit more about the buttons, but I'm just going to go through it in a bit. So the square one is my recent apps. I can just go and clear out the recent apps that I've been using. Home takes me to the main menu. Back takes me to the previous screen that I was on before. Now, it won't do anything now because I have it locked, and I don't have the speech off, so I don't want to unlock it in this video. But yeah, you got your previous, next, up, down, thumb keys, thumb buttons, whatever you want to call them. That's pretty cool. And you got your, hold on, let me just flip over the case again so I can show you guys, because this requires me to kind of flip up the flaps. So you've got your little volume controls on one side. I'm just going to show you guys. You got your volume controls on one side and the oval little button. Again, in the introduction to BrailleNote Touch, oval button, power on and off, also lock and unlock. You have your volume up, volume down buttons. So I really like this BrailleNote Touch because, again, Keymail, Keyword, I think they're awesome applications. Hold on, I just need to close up the BrailleNote Touch. Oops. Sorry, guys. That unlocked by accident. Let me just lock it again. I apologize about that, guys. I just accidentally pressed the power button. So I really like the BrailleNote Touch. Again, Keymail, Keyword, awesome applications. Really like them. And again, it's a Humanware product. I think it's a really good product. What I use the most, though, is Keymail, Keyword. But I also have a bunch of applications, like I have contacts, camera, as I mentioned to you. With the casing, camera mode can be a bit difficult to use. I can't list all the applications, but again, in the introduction to BrailleNote Touch video, there will be some applications. And again, in that video, I said I'd do a tutorial on all of the apps. So make sure you guys stay tuned for those, so you can get introduced to the other applications, because I think those ones are awesome. Just the ones I use the most are Keymail and Keyword. I still think the others are pretty good, though. And yeah, I really like the BrailleNote Touch. I think it's a good product. And I also have a Braille display. I'll just show you guys. There's a Humanware logo. It looks just like the BrailleNote Touch logo. It is in a neoprene case. I think that's a material. And it's, let me just take it out of the sleeve here. Now, it's your 40 cell braille display. You have a 32, 40 cell, 32 cell, 40 cell, and 80 cell braille display. But I have the 40, and you have your typical 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 keyboard, just like on the BrailleNote Touch. But one thing I want to point out to you is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 command buttons. So there's 6 little circle buttons on each side, 3 on one side, 3 on the other. So those are really cool. You can issue commands. So for example, there's a lot of cool commands. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the thumb buttons will turn your screen on and off even though your iPad is still running. That's cool. So yeah, you got your 2 space bars here, which can also be used in sync with the keyboard, because you can issue commands on this keyboard using the space bars too. Because if I have to reach over and go trying to reach the buttons and fiddle around with it a lot, that can just be easier to use the other method. But I basically use those things equally. But I think they're both pretty good and pretty awesome methods. You have your power on and off button on the side. It's a small circle with a smaller dot, a raised bump in the middle. You have your 40 cursor routing buttons. There's 40 of them. You have your 40 braille cell braille display. You have your up, down, previous, next thumb buttons, just like the BrailleNote Touch. And you also have little rubber feet to stand your braille display on if you don't want to, because the bottom is really smooth, and if you set it down on the desk and you're trying to type and you're going all out typing, but your braille display is sliding around like crazy, you don't want that. So those can help. Let me just point out one difference. The BrailleNote Touch is its own computer. It's its own piece of technology. As with the braille display, it is you have to hook it up to your iPad, iPhone, whatever you want to hook it up to. You just hook up the braille display. It does nothing on its own, but you have to hook it up to an iPhone, iPad, tablet, whatever you have, you can hook it up. So that's a really cool thing. One thing I want to mention is that the BrailleNote Touch is built to be accessible for visually impaired children. So I think the BrailleNote Touch is great for that. All their apps are built to be accessible, but the braille display just hooks up to your iPad. So the reason it might not be as accessible is, well, it's not your braille display's fault. It's not Humanware's fault. It's your computer or iPad's fault that the apps aren't very accessible. But it's still an awesome thing. Because all the apps that you have on your iPad, you can have on your braille display. So that's a really cool thing. I'm going to tuck this back in. I also have a braille embosser. It's up here to my left on my dresser. It is a printer. It's like a printer, only it prints braille. So you could call it a braille printer, you could call it a braille embosser, or just an embosser, or just a printer. But if you call it a printer, you could get it confused with a normal printer. So we're just going to call it the embosser in this video. So the embosser can be used with your BrailleNote Touch, as I mentioned before. But first, before I get into that, I want to explain that the braille embosser is called the Romeo 60, and there's also a Juliet 120 that prints both sides of the page, whereas the Romeo 60 only prints one side of the page. So that's really cool. and it can be hooked up with the BrailleNote Touch. So you can get into Keyword, as I said earlier in the video. You can emboss files on Keyword, and that's true. You can go into Keyword, select a file on emboss, and just hit enter on whatever file you want to emboss, and the printer will emboss it. The embosser will emboss it. So what I like about this printer is that I can read stories, but then I have to log on and off of my BrailleNote Touch all the time, because as awesome as the BrailleNote Touch might be, it could get annoying to keep unlocking it and locking it and powering off and powering on, because it takes a few minutes to load, a few seconds to load. That could take a long time. So I can just grab the story that's in paper and read it. So the printer prints it out on paper, which is easier because I can just grab it off my desk without having to log on to my BrailleNote Touch every time I want to review something or reference something. It's that is a really awesome feature of the printer. There's only one thing about that printer. It is very loud, and the first couple times it started up, it scared the bejeebers out of me. I mean, I went storming out of that room like I was on fire or something. Like, that printer is very loud. Yeah, it scared me, and I needed a bit of time to get used to that, and even now my dad gives me emails saying I'm going to print, so that's good that he warns me. So that's the only one thing about that printer, is that it's very loud. Yeah, but I really like that printer. It is a really good embosser. I really love, again, how you don't have to log on and off to your BrailleNote Touch all day, because, it just prints it off for you. So that's a really awesome thing to have. I really like that piece of equipment. I really like all three pieces of equipment, actually. When I got my assistive devices, I got them at the start of my break so a day before this all started and quarantine started. So that was pretty good, because the teachers have been posting online homework and online learning. So that BrailleNote Touch really has helped me through that and helped me do my homework, because I can send emails to my teacher. I can attach my work that I've done, send it in an email to my teacher. I can emboss things that need to be embossed. I can, receive emails with attachments that I need to do. And I can also save them in my Word documents in Keywords. So that's a really good thing. And without the BrailleNote Touch, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I mean, I would have to be like, Mom, can you send this email? Can you send that email? That's going to get really annoying. So I'm glad I had that BrailleNote Touch for the homework, the online schooling, online homework. And that's really helped me through that. For anybody that's looking to get this equipment, I just want to say that there are lots of organizations that will help out, like charities and lots of things that will help out. And make sure you reach out to your support people, reach out to some organizations, and if you're asking some questions about this equipment or looking for some help figuring out a website or figuring out trying to find an organization, just email me directly and I can try to help. I can try to help with that. So make sure, again, reach out to your support people, maybe email me directly. There's lots of organizations that will help out with the funding. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you have any questions about this technology, make sure you just leave a comment down below, and I will try to get back to you with the answers to the questions. I hope you found this video useful. And again, if you're somebody looking into it, there's lots of organizations that will help out. And if you're thinking, oh, well, my kid is visually impaired, he or she needs equipment, I'm really looking into this equipment. Yeah, just look for some organizations that'll help out. Email me directly, I can try to help. Before we sign off here, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Humanware for their equipment. And make sure you go check them out on their website and YouTube. They have a YouTube channel. They have lots of useful information on, I think, all three of these. I haven't seen a video from them on the Romeo 60, but I'm sure they have one on that. So if you're looking to learn more about that equipment, they have lots of videos on the equipment. So make sure, again, go check them out on their Facebook. I think they have Facebook, their website, and their YouTube channel. And I hope you again, like this video. If you want to subscribe to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video, make sure you hit that like button and the notification button. Make sure you select all in the options. So, bye guys.